The envelope was small and plain, no name, no address, just a single word scrawled on the front, experiment. Inside a card read, "You have been chosen. Come to the address below at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Do not be late." An address followed. Curiosity and, a strange sense of excitement bubbled inside me. This could be interesting. The next morning I found myself standing in front of an old, nondescript building. Taking a deep breath, I entered. The air inside was heavy and still. A woman with piercing blue eyes sat at a desk. "You're here for the experiment?" she asked, her voice flat and emotionless. I nodded, my heart pounding in my chest. "Follow me." She led me down a long, sterile hallway. Each step seemed to echo endlessly. We stopped at a heavy metal door. "Go in," she instructed, "and good luck." I hesitated for a moment, then pushed the door open. The room was small and bare. A single wooden table stood in the center, with a chair positioned behind it. The walls were white and featureless. There were no windows, no other furniture, nothing. I sat down in the chair, feeling a shiver run down my spine. What was this experiment? A voice, amplified and metallic, boomed from a speaker hidden somewhere in the ceiling. "Welcome to the experiment. Your task is simple, observe." Observe what? I wondered, my anxiety growing. As if in answer to my unspoken question, a small black dot appeared on the table in front of me. The dot began to move, slowly at first, then faster and faster. It swirled and danced, leaving trails of light in its wake. I watched, mesmerized, as the patterns became more complex, more hypnotic. Hours seemed to pass, or maybe it was only minutes. Time lost all meaning as I became consumed by the dancing light. The room around me faded away. There was only the dot, pulsing, shifting, drawing me in. Then just as suddenly as it began, the light vanished. I blinked, disoriented. The room was still there, the table, the chair. But something was different. The air felt heavier, thicker, and there was a strange metallic taste in my mouth. The voice from the speaker crackled back to life. "Phase 2 complete," it announced. "Commencing Phase 3. What Phase 3? I thought, my mind reeling. What was happening to me? The room began to spin, slowly at first, then faster and faster. I closed my eyes, trying to fight the nausea rising in my throat. When I opened them again, I was staring into a mirror. But the face staring back at me wasn't mine. It was then I realized the horrifying truth. This wasn't an experiment, it was a transfer. My consciousness, my very being, had been ripped from my body and thrown into something else. I was trapped alone in a form that wasn't my own. "Welcome," the voice boomed, its tone laced with an eerie amusement, "to your new reality.